Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboy star Micah Parsons sends message to CeeDee Lamb amid holdout. Micah Parsons is confident that CeeDee Lamb will be right there with him when the Dallas Cowboys take the field in Week 1. Lamb is embroiled in a heated contract standoff with the Cowboys. The 25-year-old star is holding out, pushing for a new deal that reflects his desire to be compensated as one of the league's elite receivers. Parsons has been in contact with Lamb amid the negotiations and is confident that something will get done soon. "Obviously, we miss him," Parsons said, per the Cowboys' official site. "He's one of the best people you can have in a locker room. I'm pretty sure he'll be here soon. CeeDee is a part of this brotherhood whether he likes it or not. He knows he's not going anywhere. The business side, they're gonna take care of it, no doubt about it. On Week 1, he will be suiting up for the Dallas Cowboys." Lamb is set to earn $17.9 million next season in the final year of his rookie contract. Meanwhile, the benchmark for wide receiver salaries was established this offseason by Minnesota Vikings standout Justin Jefferson, who now pulls in $35 million annually on his new deal. Lamb finished last season with a league-high 135 receptions for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns. Cowboys admit they miss CeeDee Lamb. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones made some headlines for saying he didn't have urgency to reach an agreement with Lamb. Jones backtracked on that statement, in his unique way, admitting that Lamb has been missed during his holdout. "I think I got in trouble about it the other day when I said, 'Look, we're not urgent about CeeDee,'" Jones said. "Well, no one appreciates CeeDee being on the field any more than I do. And so the bottom line is, what it is, no, there's not that urgency. Now, I understand completely the angst that's happening when you're anxious about and someone says anything about whether you're missed or not. Well, CeeDee, you're missed, okay. But you're not missed out here competing, and it doesn't put any pressure, any place on us. It's not pressure out here today and in practice. Lamb has been working out on his own in preparation for the year. The team is confident he'll hit the ground running once he returns. We have all the confidence in just the way he works that he's going to come in here ready to go, and when that time comes we'll pick up like he never left," Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said on August 9th. The Cowboys are also trying to figure out an extension with quarterback Dak Prescott, who is entering the final year of his contract. Parsons is also eligible for a new deal, although his situation is less critical. He's under contract through the 2025 season. Cowboys trade pitch flips CeeDee Lamb for Cardinals' explosive athlete receiver. The Dallas Cowboys would be an ideal landing spot for a promising 24-year-old wide receiver. As the Cowboys move through their preseason schedule, the biggest topic is none other than CeeDee Lamb's holdout due to his contract situation. The two sides have not only yet to come to an agreement, the situation took a turn for the worse when team owner Jerry Jones recently stated there's no urgency to get a deal done with Lamb. While Cowboys CEO Stephen Jones played damage control shortly after, saying there's zero thought process to trading Lamb, it's still a possibility if the two sides are unable to come to an agreement. As Bleacher Report's Maurice Moton proposes in one of his 5 hypothetical trades involving Lamb, one of his trade pitches sees Dallas trade Lamb in exchange for Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Michael Wilson along with 2025 first and third round picks. Moton's argument is simple. Wilson is a second-year receiver coming off of a promising rookie campaign, and the Cowboys could always use the first-rounder acquired in this potential trade on a new star receiver if Jalen Tolbert doesn't pan out in a featured role this season. Last season, Wilson hauled in 38 passes for 565 yards and 3 touchdowns in 13 games, 12 starts, writes Moton. Wilson doesn't have Lamb's star qualities, though he can be a solid perimeter option and use his 6'2", 213-pound frame to become a primary target in the red zone. The 24-year-old Wilson is 6'2" and 213 pounds, possessing excellent size as a receiver. It's worth noting that Tolbert is 6'1" and 195 pounds while Brandon Cooks is 5'10" and 193 pounds. In other words, the Cowboys don't have an overly imposing physical threat at receiver. Bringing in Wilson as a potential specialty red zone weapon would change that. Outside of his favorable size traits, Wilson also is an explosive athlete, as Bleacher Report's Derek Klassen described in his scouting report of the Stanford Cardinal alum. Wilson is also a fairly explosive athlete, at least in a straight line, writes Klassen. Wilson screams off the line for someone his size and gains steam quickly. His top gear isn't the scariest in the class, but he's got enough speed for his size and hits that top speed in a hurry. Why the Cowboys could maximize Michael Wilson's size. According to Pro Football Focus, Wilson posted a 68.3 offensive grade and 68.7 receiving grade last season. Not only are those above average grades, they're not far off from what Dallas number 2 receiver, Cooks, produced last season, 69.6 offensive and 70.7 receiving grade. The last time Dak Prescott had a physically imposing receiver on the outside was 3-time Pro Bowl receiver Dez Bryant. During Prescott's rookie season in 2016, Bryant caught a team-leading 8 touchdown passes. Bringing in Wilson could bring the best out of the young receiver, especially considering the Cowboys would line up smaller, shiftier receivers alongside him. As Motown mentions, Wilson is obviously not on the same level as Lamb, who is a 3-time Pro Bowl receiver coming off a career season in which he led the NFL with 136 grabs. However, acquiring a starting receiver in Wilson while also nabbing a first-round pick that can potentially be used on another wideout next year is what would make this deal appealing for the Cowboys.